Oh, put it in gear. Oh, the Picanto. You know, one of the best cars you can buy in its segment, and has been for a long time. We first saw this car coming in 2003. What was I doing then? I was at Stellenbosch. I was a student. Oh, life was so much fun. Oh. Anyway, back to the Picanto. So 2017 saw this third generation arrive, and it's now just had an update. But more importantly is that they added this X-Line to the range. And I kind of love it. And I'm not just saying this. I know everyone's thinking, oh, Kia, best friends now, the PR, ulterior pants. But that's not the reason. I will get critical. Wait and see. Jokes, nitpicking a bit. Anyways, so this X-Line's got a few little like crossover things to it. It's sort of like a Sandero Stepway, Ford Figo Freestyle, that whole vibe. You know, everyone's like jumping on that bandwagon. So you've got some like cladding and mud guards, and you've got like a more in-your-face bumper, sort of different grille, everything. And like, it's basically the most unique out of all of them, I guess you could say. And then inside, I just have to say, it is a lovely cabin, and it feels far more upmarket than a budget buy. Like, when I'm sitting in here, I feel like I'm, like, you know, you're in a Kia, but I feel like I could be in a more expensive sort of, if you're going to go like a Seltos, so I could be in a Sportage even. Do you know what I mean? It just gives you that sort of premium feel that they've kind of carried through all of their cabins, which I love. Well, that took me a moment there. Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to play some Elton John, because Terrence, not such a big fan. Woo! I'm still standing all this time. I forgot to mention on the exterior, it's got like a little 5mm more ground clearance, whatever, raised ground clearance, which is quite cool. Like, I can get on and off a pavement, which is always the thing that I like to be able to do. So the interior here, you've got this two-tone artificial leather, you've got an 8-inch touchscreen, infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, big wins for this segment. Obviously, they've all got to have them now. You know, the tech-connected era. And you've even got a reverse camera, you've got electric windows all down, and auto. Check it out. Isn't that bloody nice? Even up! Speaking of the up, didn't plan that so well. So this obviously is a competitor. You can't get that anymore, brand new, whatever. But so my husband's got one, so that is my comparison. So I first thought like, okay, no, the up is a little bit bigger in the boot size because I couldn't fit my pram in it. But then when I took the boot divider off, then actually I could. So that was my mistake, because actually the boots are almost identical, and it is sort of identical to all of its competitors. The only one being a little bit bigger is the Sandero Stepway, which is at like 290 odd litres. This one's at 250 something. So a little bit bigger in the Sandero Stepway. Two hearts better into separate worlds. Oh, I think something to just bear in mind when you are looking at a car like this size and stuff, and certainly if you've got a family. What I have been quite impressed with, though, is the fact that if you've got a baby seat in here, the passenger is absolutely fine. Legroom is ample. I can't say the same about the up, actually. And even some of its competitors, the same thing. You sort of sit up like this and you're very uncomfortable, whereas this, everyone who sat there, my husband, like a number of friends and stuff, all been totally fine. So that is a big win. Now, the boot, again, like I said, is quite small. So the only problem with this kind of car is that if you've got more than one passenger with you, or if you've got a baby, to be fair, you can't actually have more. You can't have two kids. You know, I went shopping the other day, groceries, okay. I had Luca in the back with me, and so then I had to put and his pram in the boot. So I had to put everything on the front seat and the seat on the side, the rear passenger seat, on the right here, behind the driver. And like 2 bags could fit in the boot with that. So if you're gonna go away for the weekend, I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, need a trailer. What will be pulling you if you've got a trailer is a 1.25 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine. You get 61 kilowatts of power and 122 newton meters of torque. This is mated to a manual gearbox, and it is glorious. I love it. I love the way this car drives. It's very easy, very nippy, fabulous for around town. You get an incredible fuel consumption. I'm sitting at 6, but I've been pushing it. You can, well, the claimed one is 5 liters per 100 Ks. I say softly, slowly, woo! Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Have the headlights on the highway. Fly me down in sheets of linen. Oh, linen. So it just under 238,000 Rand for this X-Line model mated to the manual gearbox, and I think it is fantastic value for money. I'm not sure if I would still take this over an app, because you can get like a pre-owned one now, top of the range one. It's a tough call because it really just comes down to preference in that, because my husband drove this and the Up, but he's like a VW fan. He had a Polo before, so he went to the Up, and I think a lot of people will do that. But if you are in the market for a budget buy and you don't actually have a preference like a lot of people do with Volkswagen or Toyota in this country, I highly suggest that you drive this, because I think it's probably one of the most premium feeling out of the lot. And I can see why it's such a bestseller. So, yeah, don't be like a dwarf about it, you know what I mean? Just go and have a look, take it for a test drive. Don't be like, oh, Kia. You can't do that anymore. It's not a vibe. How have you just been schooled? Don't let the sun go down.